Namaste, Jai Bharat. Life is very complicated in many perspectives. Yesterday, my son happened to be passing through this town. He was passing through, he just came for some official visit and he stayed with us for 2 days actually. He was at home, he was at the office, but still. So, evening, casually talking, he just made a remark. He said, "Ignorance is bliss." Ignorance is bliss, he says. I don't quite remember in which context, but then suddenly I told him that it's very unphilosophical statement. It may be bliss subjectively when you do not know about things, and it may be very painful when you know things, but yet in a philosophical perspective we would say, nonetheless we would like to know. There are two plays of Henrik Ibsen. One is the wild duck, another one is the ghost. In one, the hero of the play understands the reality and the truth and suffers. In the other, the hero of the play doesn't understand anything and had continuously been deceived, cheated. Now, in one case, the hero gets the reality, knows the truth, and undergoes immense suffering. On the other hand, the other hero, Weilstuck, I think, if I'm not mistaken, long back I read it, Henrik Ibsen, he doesn't understand anything. He's continuously been deceived. He was ever under ignorance. And of course, he doesn't suffer. He lives happily, though everyone knew that this man he's been taken for a ride. He doesn't understand anything. He lives comfortably and he dies comfortably. Now, when you look at the expression ignorance is bliss, there are times, and practically speaking, there must be times when this can help, but certainly not on a philosophical perspective. There may be times that you do not know is good. There may be times. But nonetheless, with a philosophical attitude, though in spite of the fact that you know that you're going to suffer, you would still like to know the truth. That is the power of truth. So we can't make a universality or universal statement about the expression that ignorance is bliss can be universalized. That should not be the case. I would personally say, in spite of all sufferings you will invade through obtaining the truth, knowing, you would still would like to know, one must like to know the truth and then suffer, of course, rather than not knowing anything at all and remaining ignorant, and in most likelihood becomes an object of ridicule to all other people. So he must have been saying this in a different context. Which context I don't remember. He was joking rather. He was talking about certain things, and he was joking that ignorance is bliss for many. Fortunately, he was not speaking for himself. He was speaking in general, but with some special context, which is private to him, and I'm not going to speak. Ignorance is bliss. A person do not know it, let him remain happy. We may concede that in many cases, but on a final analysis, let's not go by the expression that ignorance is bliss. Ignorance, though apparently be bliss, rational human beings, sensitive human beings, thoughtful human beings must go for suffering with knowledge. Let suffering come. Let there be suffering. But nonetheless, let's know what is what. So ignorance should not be bliss, in spite of all the whatever things comes. Let's know and then be in pain rather than Be not in pain in fool's paradise. So let's see that ignorance should not be considered as a bliss. We may meet again with some other thought. Till then, Namaste, Jai Bharat and Jai Shri Ram.